Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Mandatory Social Interaction Show. My name is Benjamin, or Ben if you prefer, and I'm here with my co-host, Tim.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Tim?
I'm doing well, Ben. How are you, man?
Oh, I'm all right. Tired.
Well, I just did the nifty little fade-in from our cool logo that you whipped up.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I logged in earlier.
Just a second.
And
I didn't have Minecraft visible. Okay, now it's visible. Hi, everybody. We're playing Minecraft.
Yay, Minecraft. So yeah, we're here in Minecraft as usual. Our first game of the 2 episodes we put out every weekend.
Yep.
And so our friend Davis, who
Yes.
so graciously joined us last week,
Yep.
decided to log in while during the week.
Yeah, I noticed.
Make some changes to the house.
I noticed
come
there was
over
a
here.
fence out here.
Come over here.
Oh, okay.
So he wrote, "Thanks for having me on the show. It was a blast. I built a new storeroom. It's over that way. Love, Davis." Thank you, Davis. We really appreciate you, man.
Get rid of these signs. They're in the way.
We're gonna go ahead and take a look at said signs.
Yeah.
And it looks like he fenced in our backyard, which is nice. We'll go look at.
Which
in a
is
minute.
great. So I won't like blow it up from creepers anymore because I did that a lot.
I know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's.
Wow. All right. So he actually labeled all this stuff.
Oh my god.
Wow, Davis.
This is pretty
Kind of a big
incredible,
deal.
man.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. So he labeled everything. It looks like everything's free slot. Everything's organized.
Furnace fuel.
Wow, that's a lot of furnaces. Look at all that. Wheat cup and cakes.
Well,
All right.
I feel very
now-
inadequate now because I have no idea what I'm doing in this game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing with our lives? Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Well, that's gonna make life easy. Thank you very much, Davis. Appreciate
Yeah.
that, man. We'll
Yeah.
miss you this episode for sure.
Hopefully, we'll be
was-
able to get you back on here at some point
Yeah,
too.
for sure. So, last week we went ahead and built our portal to the Nether,
Yep.
which we should probably put some stairs here, but
Yeah.
and we
Eventually.
double doored through to our mine, and I'm gonna go check out the yard while I'm here.
Yeah. I'll be right behind
Ooh,
you.
it's looking snazzy.
I think I was gonna make stairs and then I forgot.
We got distracted a lot though.
It does look nice.
It does. It looks pretty stellar.
He even put torches out because I forgot to do that. That's how you make things grow.
And that's how you prevent monsters from spawning.
Oh yeah.
So they won't pop into our backyard. All right. Well, I'm gonna. I think. Well, I need to kind of dump my stuff here. So we got raw. I got to figure out where things go here. Food and farming, raw stone. Hey, there we go.
Oops.
All right. So I'm gonna throw my stone in there because I have way too much of it as it is.
Yeah, I do
so you have
too.
like a dirt. There we go.
Got stuck on the wall. There we go.
Yeah, so how you been? How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been pretty busy. I had kind of like standard busy week. I was at a wedding over the weekend, which was nice, a bit far away, but you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Got to hang out, see family again, which I don't see as often as I'd like. And
Always a plus.
yeah, just get to hang out and eat some food, free food.
Ooh, I like food.
Yeah.
Yummy. Food's the best. Yeah.
So how about you?
It's been good. So just to date this, we're recording on Wednesday, which normally comes out on Sunday, but I am officially on vacation starting today from work, but I leave town tomorrow morning. So we wanted to record this before I was gone. So this will come out while I'm at Metricon, which is an anime video game kind of convention thing that they do up in Tampa. I'll be up there for the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a 4-day convention now. Yeah, I'll be having fun. I'm doing a couple of panels. Gonna be hanging out. Eric Stewart, who does the voice of James from Pokemon,
Oh,
is
nice.
gonna be there. He does some other voices. I'm gonna look him up. 'Cause he does a lot of voices. He's kind of like Troy Baker in a lot of ways. Like he does his own music thing, and he's like super talented. And he, it's like unfair how talented he is and all that stuff. But let me see real quick.
Tools,
Alright, so anime roles. He was Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh. He was Brock as well. I didn't realize Brock and James were the same guy, but yeah, Brock and James. He does Brock and James. He does the Pokedex. He does a bunch of voices in Pokemon.
Hmm.
In One Piece, he is Siam and Henzo as well as the narrator. Um, Most of these I don't know, so I couldn't really tell you. But
Everything.
he does a lot. Non-anime roles. He was in let's see, Viva Pinata.
I heard good
In
things
the
about
show.
that game.
Well, they had a show as well.
Oh.
In the game Super Smash Bros. Melee, he did the voice for Weezing, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Scizor. In Pokemon Puzzle League, he did all of his usual voices. So yeah,
Huh.
he's done some pretty good stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a really talented dude. He is.
Someday
So
I'll
he'll
be that
there.
prolific.
That'll be cool. I doubt I'll get to meet him, but you know, a boy can dream. I mean, because usually they do like signings and stuff, so I'm gonna try to get something signed by him, but I don't have a poster or anything in mind. I'd have to pick it up at the convention and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. But I mean, the year Troy Baker was there, I mean, I'm such a fanboy of Troy Baker's, so I got something signed by him, and
Nice.
got a video clip of him encouraging me and stuff like that. It was really cool. He was a really nice dude. So my wife waited in the line to meet him because the line was like literally too big.
Oh.
Like they had closed the line, and she gave him the puppy dog eyes and got in. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. But overall, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I just can't wait because I had a good time doing my panel last year, and I get a chance to do that again. I'm doing 2 panels this year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
it is. It is a lot of work. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. It'll be fun, I think.
Yeah, and I'm
I
looking
hope.
forward to hearing what you learn from it too, because at some point I kind of want to do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, every year it's a little different. I mean, I've only done it 1 year, so it's going to be different this year because I'm doing 2 panels, but my time slot's much better too. Like last year, it was like at like 9 a.m. or something like that. That's really early for a convention. I mean, everybody's
Yeah.
unconscious still. It was like really early. This year, I'm at 11 a.m. right before lunch, so everyone will be on the convention floor on Friday and Saturday, the 2 busiest days.
Yeah.
And I think I did mine on Thursday or something, or Friday last year. So it was like everybody was just kind of comatose when they came through. But hopefully, hopefully it'll be a little bit more upbeat and energized overall. So I'm looking forward. Oh geez, I have made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, mini zombie. Oh
You
boy.
okay? I don't even know where you are, so I don't know how I can help.
I'm deep in the mines. And there's a skeleton.
Well, good luck.
Nah, it's fine. I got full armor now, so.
Oh, okay.
Much better, but I'm very eager to. I get to talk about one of them is podcasting, the other is Twitch live streaming, and it's just basically like core concepts and just general overview stuff. But I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of difference between podcasting and Twitch streaming, especially if you do video podcasts, which is part of the reason why the Insert Coin Theater podcast went live streamed.
Yeah.
Period, because I mean it really was no different. It was either it was either record it or and just leave the YouTube audience, or do it live where, you know, A, no editing, and B, you get the same content for a live audience as well as a YouTube audience. So it's pretty good. I mean, you got the interaction and stuff. So the overall discussion is pretty much going to be the same on both days, with the exception of I'm just going to be going over pointers. It's mainly going to be the questions. I'm interested in seeing what people ask, like if people ask any questions at all.
Yeah, and
So
I think that's the big thing too, because
I'm hopeful somebody asks questions, because it makes it much easier to get into detail. And I mean, I only have like an hour slot, unfortunately, but the beauty of it is that, oh dear, it's like Creeper City down here. But the beauty of it is that I'll have the advantage of being able to talk with people more one-on-one if they want, because it's a convention, so you can walk out and go and have a discussion with somebody outside of the room or whatever, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it does well. I'm a little nervous. I always am when
Oh yeah.
The one of the things that my speech and debate teacher told me was, if you're not nervous, you don't care.
I
So
like that.
yeah, so nerves, butterflies in the stomach, nerves is a way of just showing that you really care about what you're doing and you want to do well. You want to succeed. And so you got to like learn to embrace that. That's the hard part is learning to embrace the butterflies. Embrace the butterflies, the title of my new book.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. And that's actually, I think that's something that we talked about a little bit, where like every time I start streaming anyway, I do feel that way, especially on my music thing, because I know that there's a lot of unknowns,
Yeah.
like in the process. And I was going to ask you if you felt the same way, like when you're starting streaming.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's always a certain level of concern and I mean even a little bit of fear involved when you do a stream, because I mean when you do a stream you're putting yourself out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a way that you don't do with like a YouTube video, because it's not the same medium, not even remotely close. So there's always that question, am I going to get trolled today? Are my defenses up? Like, because let's be fair, when you get trolled, you have to have a defensive mindset, because if it takes you by surprise, you get angry, right? I mean, that's the goal of a troll, is to piss you off. So having your defenses up and being ready to handle it and just say, dude, you're not funny or whatever, or just ignoring it it takes some focus. It really does. And I mean that sort of thing is an unknown, and like even as far as like what game am I going to play? Are people going to enjoy the game that I'm playing? To an extent, like I mean, you still have the concern. I mean, even if you're just doing it because it's a game you like or whatever, you still have the concern. Is my audience going to enjoy this? Is it gonna stream well? Is always a good question, because some games just don't stream well. And like in my opinion, and for me, sports games don't stream well, just because if you want to watch a sport, you're gonna go watch the real deal. You're not gonna watch somebody else play it.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna play it yourself. So stuff like that doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't stream well. Things like League of Legends stream extremely well, because they're very frenetic, they're very competitive, and they've got a lot going on. So that's always a concern of mine as well. Then there's always the unknown if you start playing games with your stream or your chat. Like sometimes you get the unknown of somebody actually being in a voice chat situation with you. Are they gonna like start hurtling out like racial epithets or slurs, which has happened before? And I mean, that's the unfortunate part with Twitch, is in the terms of service, all that stuff is on you as the streamer, because you let it happen on your stream, therefore it is your fault. You can't just say, well, he was just a random viewer. I mean, there's some leeway given, but I think we've talked about it before. I know I've talked about it a lot before with Furball with Devious Furball about it in our Twitch episode of Unplugged, which was not too long ago, where Twitch is just going to do what Twitch wants. They change the rules on the fly, and I understand it's their platform. That's absolutely fine, but they choose how strictly or loosely to apply the rules, and that's their prerogative, and it's their sandbox, and we choose to play in it. That's kind of just how it works, and I'm fine with that. I've come to grips with that. But I have to. It means you have to be extremely careful about who you associate yourself with when you stream, who you involve yourself with, and all that stuff. So,
yeah, I've never really had anybody else on voice chat when I stream, and like aside from maybe you, I can't remember if you've been like on.
I think we've played games. I don't know if we've played games together on your stream, but. We should do that sometime. But it's one of those things where like if I'm playing with other streamers, I don't mind. Like with the group that I normally stream with, they're not so bad. They understand that I'm streaming, and they tend to tone down anything that they might have in mind. So they're really good about that, and I'm really appreciative that they do that, because it makes my life easier if I don't have to worry about what they're saying. They can talk about what they want. If I go take a break, they can continue to talk or whatever, and I don't have to worry about getting banned while I'm in the restroom or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty good. So I don't know. I'm kind of rambling right now. I apologize. I'm getting like off topic. I don't even know where I was. I was talking about.
That's a lot of bad guys.
Talking about the convention and stuff. Oops. And my panels, and I just kind of got off topic.
No, it's
there.
cool. Like I said, we like one that being nervous before you stream is one of the topics that I wanted to talk about, just because I have a different type of nervousness. Because like when I start a 2-hour track, whatever, like I don't know what I'm going to make. Like it's a creative stream that has to have an output at the end, or at least for it to be successful, it has to have an output at the end.
Right.
And like it's a very different feeling. And like it's every Wednesday I wake up, it's like, oh, is this going to be the day that I screw it all up? And so far I've gotten close, and streams have gone over, but I haven't like quote unquote failed. So
right. Well, you know, and I think part of what's interesting is that you said that, you know, to market as a success, it has to have, you know, some kind of end product, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the markers for success on both our ends is a little different. Like my marker for success, my personal barometer for success, is one of two things. Number one, did I get any follows that stream?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I play games, especially like Overwatch, which are like so oversaturated and so hugely popular that it's almost impossible to get noticed, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I won't, and that I go in full well knowing. But if I play a game that's maybe like, you know, a few months old or whatever, that people come and check out, like if I got follows that stream, it was, you know, it can be labeled a success.
Yeah.
However, the other barometer for success for me is if my viewers had fun, had a good time. That's mainly it. Like if I had a bunch of people come through, my regulars, which I have so many regulars and I absolutely love it, and they are some of the greatest people on this planet. So I will, and I'm serious. I'm not like just blowing smoke up their ass. I'm honestly, they are so nice and so wonderful, and they make streaming a real joy for me. It's what keeps me coming back every time I stream. Like it's just every time I see them is wonderful. So, you know, to my chat, keep staying awesome, because you guys actually make it worthwhile for me to do. But regardless of that, you know, if I had like 3 or 4 of my regulars come through and hang out for an hour, that's a success to me, just because they came back and they had a good time.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing for me, is that people have a good time, you know, because it's a form of entertainment, and to an extent, I am an entertainer as a streamer. You know, you're less of just a game player, because I'm not a pro level game player. There's just, I mean,
yeah.
No,
I'm saying the same for me. Like
yeah, it's the cool thing about Twitch is it's personality driven.
Yeah.
The streamers, it's more about personality, because people come in and they'll watch you for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You don't get that with YouTube. YouTube videos are, you know, 15 minutes, and they don't necessarily have to be personality driven. They can be completely content driven and still be good on their own merits, which is great. I mean, that's fine. But with Twitch, it's not short burst entertainment. It's a long form entertainment.
Yeah, it's like radio.
You know, it is. It's very long, and it's very personality driven, and it's fascinating to me, because I personally have become much more outgoing since I've started
There's a slime
streaming.
down here. I've never seen a slime before.
Ooh, collect it for slime balls. Kill it.
Oh, he just splits into more slimes.
Yes. Yeah, and if we want the slime balls, we can make a trampoline then.
Balls, give me your balls. Oh, they don't hurt you. Oh, they do hurt you. Never mind.
The bigger ones do, the little baby ones don't. Little tiny ones don't, because he splits and then he's dead.
I've never seen a slime before. That was cool.
Oh, nice.
I murdered
they're
it.
fairly rare outside of swamps, so.
Yeah, I have 11 balls now.
Yay. Oh, no! He broke it. Oh, God! Wow, that was 2 creepers. That just about took me out right there.
He double team ya?
Yeah, that was pretty nasty, I'm not gonna lie.
I found more diamonds.
Nice.
So, yeah, and like I said, this is like radio, and the good thing about radio is you don't have to look pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I like not having to, like, get my hair did.
CF over here.
Well, I am like a million miles away. I am legit lost. I dug in a random direction until I found something neat. So I am unable to assist.
Nah, it's fine. I'm good now. And I'm poisoned and I'm not feeling too well, but.
Yeah. Oops.
But yeah, I really enjoy that fact, because, like, honestly, it's been interesting to see my own progression from I wasn't exactly an introvert personally. I've always been pretty outgoing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been interesting to experience what it's like because I've always wanted to do something like radio or something like that. That's always been something that would really be cool for me. I would love to do like radio, like
Mm-hmm.
talk shows and stuff. That's why I started doing a podcast in the first place. Um, so it's really cool that I get a chance to really test that side of my own personality to see if that's something I can do. Because it really isn't easy.
No, it's
streaming
not.
for 4 to 6 hours, which is a typical stream length for me.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
I
And
don't know how you
that's
do
a
that.
lot of time. I mean, it really is. And it's not all talking, but there is a lot of talking involved. And you've got to like oh dear.
You have to always be on, and
Yeah.
it's
That's the
yeah.
challenge. That's the hard part. And I've actually gotten better at that because it used to be really taxing on me, and so I'd only stream for like 3, maybe 4 hours on a long day, but now I can do a 12-hour stream no problem. And that's what I do whenever I celebrate milestones for the
Mm-hmm.
stream.
Aside from the first one, which was 24 hours, which you
That was the biggest mistake.
Which
I
you
will
regret.
honestly never do that again. I honestly will. And I know that sounds terrible, but I don't
No.
think I ever want to do it again. I might do it for charity because I know we did it for Extra Life, but I just don't. Until I get a bigger following, I don't feel like it's worthwhile.
No.
There really wasn't that much traffic through the stream for 24 hours, and while it had its moments, it was so hard to stay awake in the last 24 hours or in the last 6 hours. It really was. Like I would sit down and start dozing immediately, like because you're not up just for that 24 hours. You're up for like 36 because you have to prep beforehand and make sure everything's all set up, and you're awake for a long time.
Yeah.
So it is not a trivial thing, and I know I sound like a whiner, but
No.
Overall it is one of those things that, like, if I do it again, it'll be a joint effort with friends that take over.
Take turns. Yeah.
Yes, and take turns. Like I was lucky enough to participate in the DB Nation, which is the Dirty Bomb Nation 24-hour stream, and what they did was pretty cool. They were built out of 2 tournaments. It was built around 2 tournaments, one for the EU and one for the US.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is they would do the tournaments, which would be like 6 hours worth of gameplay stuff, and then they would do each of the games with breaks in between or whatever, and then they would have a streamer come on in between the 2 tournaments for 4 hours or whatever. And that was awesome. I got a 4-hour slot. I came on, I played games, I challenged the stream to trounce me, and what was funny is a couple of the teams, a couple of people from the US team that had just played and won decided to stay on and trounce me hardcore. Like, these were like pro level players, like just destroying me utterly. And it was a lot of fun. Like, seriously, like it was a good time getting the crap beaten out of me by such skilled players that, like, you can't even be mad. Like, you can't get salty over it. You're just like, you just watch how these people play and you're like, wow. But that's the way I would want to do it. Break it into smaller slots. Do like, I could do 12 hours. So do 12 hours, then hand it off to, say, like, you for a few hours, for 4 hours, and then I'd come back and finish off with you or something, and it would just be the final 6 hours, like get 6 hours of sleep or whatever, and then finish it off. Because the thing is like, I understand the whole idea of the 24-hour stream, especially for charity, but the way I look at it is, like, most of the companies that do this, like Rooster Teeth, most of the people don't stay on the whole 24 hours.
No.
They stay on for maybe like 6 to 12, if that, and then they go home and sleep. So it's like one of those things that's like, why am I doing this to myself? This is kind of dumb. Like why did I do that? Because I had George with me, and George and I were just, honestly, it was really hard to stay awake.
Yeah, you guys were pretty dead when I caught the end of it.
Yeah, and we actually got to the point of delirium at the end. Like, we started just like making up stupid random songs and stuff. It was bad, man. Like, it was really bad. Like, it got to the point from being funny to being just sad. So it's just one of those things where you really gotta, you gotta really plan it. And I didn't know what I was in for. I really didn't. And now that I know what to expect, though, I could better plan it and do a much better job, I think.
Whoa. Yeah, I can imagine. Like I've done a 6-hour stream before, and that was kind of my limit. But I have a feeling that if I do it more often, that I would get used to it, like you did. And
Yeah, you really do. I mean, 5 hours is really just nothing for me because, especially if you pick games that you really, really like to play after. Like, my new formula is this: I start off, and I'm sorry I keep cutting you off. If I
whatever.
do, but like I start off with a game, like a new game, a game I haven't played, or resuming a game that's like a single player game, and then after that I'll do like a multiplayer game or a game that I really love, like City Skylines or something like that I can play for hours on end and never get bored of. So you know, you get to a point where you start to find the games that you're super duper good at, and you just stick with them, and you don't necessarily play them all the time, but you have those as reserves in case you do get burnout on whatever you're playing.
yeah.
So, yeah, you get better. It gets better. It really does. It's a hard thing, but you know, it gets better. There's I'm gonna be going over a lot of this kind of stuff when I do my panel.
Yeah, and is that going to be recorded at all, or is
No,
it just
I don't
gonna...
think so because I don't really have a camera to record it with.
Gotcha.
I was thinking about maybe taking my webcam with me, but my webcam's on the fritz, and I may need to
Ooh.
replace it. So
Oh, that sucks.
it does this weird like glitchy thing when I'm streaming now. It's
Ooh.
no good. Yeah, like it'll actually like cut around, like it'll actually like glitch and like cut me in half and move me across the thing for a very split second. It's really crazy. It's the weirdest thing, and yeah, so I might need to order a new webcam. I think it's just seen its. I use it so much.
Yeah.
Like it's on like constantly when I'm home. Just it's on all the time because I stream so much. So I mean, 30 hours a week is not a trivial amount to have a camera on.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I was thinking about that today, and I was like, oh, I do about 8 hours of video a week, and that feels like a lot, but I can't imagine more than that right now anyway.
Yeah, it does take its toll, and this past week I've really just stepped back for a little bit, not permanently, but I took a lot of breaks last week. Like I did shorter streams, I started later, that sort of stuff, and I'll tell you, it was a good way to kind of rejuvenate my brain.
Yeah.
And now with vacation coming up, it's just on top of work, it gets real tough. It really does. I don't think people like that come through the stream fully realize how much I work on top of it. Like I work 40+ hours a week.
Yeah.
So usually more than that. And it gets real hard sometimes. And I mean, you know that pain, you know that struggle. So
Yeah.
it can be very hard to feel creative or feel even sociable some days. Like some days I'm just like, I don't want to look at anybody. But if you know you do the stream because you want it to grow, and I mean not solely because of that. I do it because I love it, but you want it to grow, right? And
Yeah.
to have it grow, you cannot be a grump. People don't want to be associated with a grump. So
What? Why are the Game Grumps so popular then?
they're not really that grumpy.
Oh, that's just misinformation.
Their name doesn't match at all.
I go there for a specific service. I need to get grumped. And if I ain't getting grumped, why am I there?
Oh, this sucks.
Where the hell does Nether Quartz
Oh,
go?
crap.
What did you do? Did you die?
Oh, no. Help.
Where are you?
Help. I'm down in the caves.
Oh my
I'm by
god.
the water fountain down below. There's 3 skeletons. Holy crap.
Yeah, we need to put more torches down there. Because every time I go down there, there's like a army of skeletons and creepers waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm right now playing hide and go seek with a bunch of skellies. Ow, that hurt.
Oh,
I think they killed each other actually.
Nice.
Yep, they did kill each other. Hiding. Oh my god.
You found a creeper.
Yep. Oh jeez. Run! Ben, help! Panic! I have no food. I'm out of food. I just ran out. I'm gonna head back up.
There's a spider
man.
coming too.
I'm gonna die.
No, you're not.
Do you have any food on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's-
You kill that guy.
Yep, I got it.
Alright. If you have any food, I can run back up. Thank you.
Yep, yep.
That's perfect. Okay. What were we talking about? Sorry. I just got
I
overwhelmed.
don't even remember.
I got ambushed.
It's cool. I'm gonna just place a bunch of torches down here.
All right, thanks. Well, we're kind of talking about like people not wanting to be around a salty streamer, and I know that there are streamers out there that have that shtick, which is fine. I mean, that's their thing. But it's just overall, I would say people go on Twitch to find personalities and not like gimmicks. You know, gimmicks wear quick. Like look at Twitch plays Pokemon and stuff like that. That sort of stuff got old real fast. So yeah, I don't know.
No, and it's true. I mean, and we've talked about this before, where basically when you're streaming or when you're producing any kind of content, you're basically selling your personality more than the content itself.
Right.
Like I'm a big fan of Northern Lions streams, and like I don't necessarily care what game he's playing. Like he's a very good Binding of Isaac player,
right?
But I just like the way that he talks, and I like the way that he like does his streams or his videos. So it's like it doesn't really matter what game he's playing as much as it matters just like how it's being played and who he's playing it with. And I mean, that's the whole reason why I wanted to start the Mandatory Social Interaction show, because I saw his Northern Lion super streams, or whatever the hell they're called, and it's like, this sounds super fun. Like I don't care what game we're playing. I don't like. Yeah. I just want to hang out with people and have a good time.
And I think that's just it. Is you get the difference between a community built up around a streamer versus just going to see a streamer that plays a specific game.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of streamers, and that's one of the things that I'm actually going to talk about is there are two kind of streams. There's your focus streams, which are single game streams that are much easier to grow. And I say much easier because it's true. If people know to come back for the same game every time and they love that game, you can grow quick. I mean, if you look at Dirty Bomb community, which is a great community, absolutely love it, and I could never say anything negative about the community or its streamers because I think they're all fantastic. I met a lot of really good ones from DB Nation, but the folks that stream Dirty Bomb almost exclusively or exclusively, they all have cross-pollination of the same people.
Yeah.
So when they start streaming Dirty Bomb exclusively, they get a lot of folks that follow them very quickly, and it's very easy to grow. However,
because everybody shares this or like hosts each other.
Correct. And they interact and they play together and they're in clans together or whatever, which is awesome. And I mean the same thing happens with GTA. It's like a network of people that play together, that sort of stuff, and that's great. The thing that is a problem with it is you can burn out really quickly playing the same game for a year. I mean, I have connected with several streamers who legitimately played the same game for years. And they got their following, they got into the thousands of followers, which is amazing and awesome, but they were like, I want to switch games, and when they switch games, they lose more than half their followers, and they have to start over, almost. Because, I mean, the people that followed them for a specific game see them, you know, they're not playing, say, Dirty Bomb anymore. Yeah. They switch over to they're playing like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare or something, and they're like, the people that normally follow them are like, I'm not going to follow you anymore because you're not playing what I want you to play. So it has its advantages to play a single game, but it has its big disadvantages. The problem with variety streaming is it's much, much harder to get a foothold because you're relegated to kind of jumping games a lot. Because if you spend too much time on one game, then you kind of become a focused streamer, and people will expect a specific game from you, and they split as soon as you start playing other games again.
Yeah.
I mean, the same trap happens, and I've seen it happen. This isn't like I'm just making it up, because I have seen it happen before. But the beauty of variety streaming is, though you grow slower, you get to do what you want. Yeah. So, I mean, I can play Minecraft one night, and then the same night literally switch to playing Overwatch, and you can't be more polar opposite than that. And a lot of my followers, a lot of the people that hang out with me, which, again, I absolutely love them. I love all of my followers. They're so good. They will just stick through it, and they'll be like, oh, what are you going to play now? And it's great, because it doesn't matter what I play. They just want to hang out, like you said. So it's pretty great.
Yeah, and I run into the same thing with my thing, because I started as a creative streamer, and I want to break into doing games, and I want to do this stuff because I like playing games, and I want to jeez, you scared the hell out of me. I'm
a zombie.
Yeah, well, you have the same color as a skeleton. and it's like I want to play games, and I want to play games with people too, but it's like I feel like when I stream game playing, I get a lot less people, which is fine because a lot of people on Twitch follow me because of the music stuff, and
Right.
but it's like, you know, I'm just gonna keep doing it. If people don't want to like watch, then they don't have to. But
Well, and I kind of run into the reverse problem. Whenever I do my creative stuff, like when I do Photoshop stuff or Premiere stuff or After Effects stuff, which I like to try to creative stream because it's time lost, right? If you're doing it offline, you might as well stream it.
no, I don't have a camera on.
What are you playing?
My wife swung by. This is Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
You've never played Minecraft before.
No.
My
Hi,
wife
Christine.
is like one of the.
She's missing out.
Tim says hi.
Hi, Tim.
And YouTube says hi too.
Yep, YouTube says hi in about 4 days.
Hi, YouTube in 4 days.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear a kitty cat.
Oh yeah, there's cats everywhere.
Covered in Cats. That is the name of an album.
That is the name. Covered in Cats is the name of an album.
Go
and
check it out. Abstractionmusic.com.
It was it's based off personal experience.
Can you open up the box?
No,
Why does this help?
I don't know. We got a package today. I don't really.
Oh,
I think it's a
nice.
dress, so it's not for me.
Are you sure?
Dress, some shoes, and a pineapple bag.
And a pineapple bag.
Oh, nice. Pineapple bags. That sounds legit. Yeah, Christine does hula hooping, right?
Christine does do hula hooping. Yes, she
That is so
helps.
cool.
She helps run the Minnesota chapter, which makes it sound more official. Yeah, you're laughing.
Sounds like uber legit. You
Yeah,
know?
the Minnesota group for Hoop Twin Cities. They
Nice.
basically we just meet once a week and hang out and hula hoop. And in the winters, I get to DJ and do music stuff for them, which is a lot of fun.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a
pretty good
time.
stuff, man. Hula hooping's a lot of fun to watch. There's a bunch of videos out there of people hooping, and actually at MetroCon, which I'm heading to,
Okay.
Have fun
At
eating
a-
it.
Have fun, internet. Yeah, yeah, and there's some crazy people out there that can hula hoop. Like,
oh yeah,
I
and at Metro, there are usually a couple people that hula hoop with the LED hula hoops during
Oh,
the
yeah.
rave, which is so much fun to watch. It really is. It's a good time.
yeah, those LEDs
they-
are crazy expensive.
They have what's called the Metro Massive here. I'm gonna leap over. Oh God!
Well, I'll have to watch that replay, I guess.
Woo, that was a surprise. Wow, a creeper literally fell on my head,
Oh,
like
jeez.
right next to me, and just exploded. I was gonna jump over a bunch of lava, and that would have been like an action shot. I should have gone for it, but anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, they do the Metro Massive, which is pretty sweet.
Mhm.
And it's like it's a rave every night from like 11 p.m. until 2 a.m., which is when the Tampa PD kind of closed down the convention center.
Yeah, I
So-
can imagine.
Yeah, but it's really cool because it's a controlled environment. It's not like they just let everybody in.
Yeah.
They do. They have the Tampa PD there to make sure nobody brings drugs in or alcohol or anything because it's designed to be for kids as well
Yeah,
as
open. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can buy tickets to it specifically. Oh wow, that was a dangerous jump. Yeah, overall it's a really fun event and oh no, oh nuts. Oh shit. I made a terrible mistake, Ben.
Yeah, what happened?
I threw the entire stack of my torches,
Oh no.
and now I'm trapped near lava. This is bad.
Okay,
In a bad
well,
way.
let me
No,
come
I'm good now.
rescue you.
I got it figured out. I think I'm okay. I found
Oh,
some
there
lapis,
it
and I
is.
really wanted to grab it.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't seen
deep
any
in.
lapis yet.
I'm deep in, man. I'm super deep in.
I was
don't even
walking
know where
around
I
the
am
nether.
anymore. Oh, were you?
There's absolutely nothing around us in the nether.
Oh, lovely.
So we might have to build another portal somewhere else.
Yeah, we
Which
might
is
have to.
whatever.
Yeah. It's all fun. We've got infinite time with this show to build it. We get an hour at a time. We can build
Yep.
this thing up.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
But I'm looking forward to it. Like we do the Metro Massive every year, and we've got some plans to play some drinking games and stuff. It's gonna be a good time. not at the Metro Massive.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We're gonna. That's one of the events that we're gonna do is drinking games. It's always fun. We've packed much booze, so.
You're driving then, I'm guessing.
Oh, we're staying at a hotel up there. Yeah.
Well,
the
I was
hotel.
going to say, if you
Oh,
weren't
boy.
driving, flying with a bunch of booze is probably not the best idea.
No, Tampa is an hour north of us, so yeah, it's an hour north of us. Oh, no. So it's not a far drive for us at all. Now, Sari-chan, she flies from Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
so it's quite a haul for her, but she stays in the same. We're all staying together. And what's awesome is that we are going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of shenanigans and get up to a lot. So I'm going to make a bunch of stupid little videos for YouTube. And
Yeah,
stuff
I was
like
going
that,
to say, I
so-
hope you make videos so you can share all
Yeah,
those.
I'm just going to do phone videos, but my new phone has a really nice camera on it. It's the Samsung Galaxy S7. So
Nice.
Oh my god.
Do you need
Why
me
do
to
I
help?
I keep running into the worst dregs of society. Run!
Well, you are on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe to this. No. Yeah, I'd like to go to a con at some point. There was a con here called Gamers Rhapsody, which was pretty cool. It was focused on like music and stuff like that. They actually had Disaster Piece from the Fez soundtrack, and they had Vert
that's
from
cool.
like the Shovel Knight soundtrack there, and they both put on really good shows. But like, I'd like to go to
dead.
more cons.
I'm dead.
Listen, do we need to have like
I'm
adventure
out.
buddies now?
I'm out like trout. Oh, there's another one. Holy go.
Do you want me to come back? I'm outside. Nope.
Damn
okay.
it.
By which using
All
magic?
my stuff.
Well, did you die in lava?
No, which just friggin' blew me up. They threw friggin' explosive
Oh,
thingies
boy.
at me, or poison bottles at me. All of my stuff. No.
Well, we'll go back and get it.
I don't know where I was.
Oh, well, then yeah. Good luck. I'm just
Yeah.
going to stay outside then.
Gone forever. I might be able to find it. I'm gonna go see if I can. I got 5 minutes before it vanishes, so.
Oh, it's only 5 minutes? I thought it was like 15.
No, it's like 5 minutes. It's not very long.
Huh.
Anywho, what were we saying before I got decimated? I apologize.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we started with the whole Twitch thing. Ah, my shovel broke.
Yeah.
I'll just use my wooden shovel.
What do we got on our list? We have a nifty list of things that we wanted to talk about because I tend to blank a lot.
Yeah, me too. Let's see. Well, I can check off anxiety before starting streams.
Oh,
And
nice.
actually, we talked about longer streams and marathons in an organic fashion.
Oh, nice.
How about that? There's
I
one on
didn't
there
play
that
that.
there's one on there that I think you wrote called favorite YouTube shows. YouTube? I don't know why I said it like that.
YouTube.
What is your favorite YouTube?
I like YouTube. I love YouTube. Wait, what? I don't
Yeah.
love YouTube.
So yeah, like when you're just watching, well, you're just hanging out and watching a show. What do you watch?
Personally, I mean, I watch Funhouse and Achievement Hunter a lot. So yeah, they're kind of my thing. I really enjoy their content. I think they're hilarious. I usually do podcast style. Like I will put stuff on while I'm at work.
Yeah.
And in the background, like YouTube videos and such. So I have Funhouse, and they send me into fits of giggles all the time. Like, it is so hard. Like, I will laugh out loud, and all my coworkers are just like, "Are you okay? Like, what's so funny?" I'm like, "Nothing. You wouldn't get it at all.
You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand,
at all.
Dad.
You don't get me. You're not my dad." But yeah, it's pretty great. I'm screwed. Damn it.
Do you need me to come help? Do you know where you're going now?
No, everything's lost. I lost all my stuff, so I'm
Oh.
gonna have to rebuild. Oh well. I'd already come back and deposited like 64 iron, so it's not a huge
Yeah.
deal. I lost a couple of pieces of food and stuff like that.
Oh,
so I'm
that's
just
whatever.
gonna. Yeah, no, it's not like a permanent setback. That's why you unload every once in a while. You go back and dump all your stuff. Oh well. But YouTube-wise, yeah, Funhouse and Achievement Hunter, they're very different, even though they're under the same umbrella, which is the Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Which is Rooster Teeth. I just love their humor, like their personalities. Again, they are personality-driven content. Like their focus is comedy, but they are definitely personalities. They really, really are. I'm jumping in lava.
Okay.
What about you? Like, what do you like? Because I'm slowly growing on a couple other things, but I'll go in detail on those after your after your favorites, like what your absolute favorites are. Yeah.
Well, like I mentioned before, I watch a lot of Northern Lion just because I like his style and his personality. Aside from that, it's actually a lot of more like of the sciencey stuff. Like Slow Mo Guys is awesome.
I do like Slow Mo Guys. That's all Rooster Teeth as well. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Gavin.
Oh
Free
yeah, it is.
is
I never made that connection.
He's their new creative director, actually.
Oh, that's crazy. Good for him.
Yeah. He's. You know, he is probably one of the best slow motion capture artists in the world.
Didn't
he's done tons of movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't he do the Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows?
He did all the all the Sherlock Holmes videos with what's his face in them? Iron Man. What is his name? Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, he did those. Let me see. I'll tell you some of the other stuff he's done because he is a fascinating guy. He's the dumbest smart person I've ever seen in my life. Like seriously, like he is so dumb with some of the things he says, but he's like actually really smart. He just like says some really stupid things. Let's see. Film. He did slow motion capture for Snow White and the Huntsman, Dread, Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows, Top Gear, Hot Fuzz, and The Good Cook. He did cameraman work for that.
Wow.
Yeah, he's done. He was in the movie Laser Team.
Didn't he like direct Laser Team?
No, he was one of the characters.
Well, yeah, but didn't he direct it as well?
I don't think so.
I know he was part of like the main.
I think Matt Hullum directed it.
Okay.
Because that's their CEO, their head guy.
Gotcha.
He's been in a ton of Rooster Teeth stuff. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
See what else? He's been in Red vs. Blue.
Yeah.
He directed season 7 of Red vs. Blue, which was his first like director credit and involvement with that. He's done a lot of stuff. Like he's done a lot of really good stuff.
So do you know the rules for making trees grow?
Yeah, give them plenty of space, put them on dirt, and then if you've got bone meal, you just put the bone meal on them. It should make them grow. Otherwise, it'll take a while. But yeah, give them at least a couple of squares space in between each other, and they should grow.
Okay, I figured I'd just start growing some trees on top of our house.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little easier.
You'll have to put down dirt, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Sweet. But you shouldn't need water. I don't think they need water to grow.
I ran out of dirt.
I'll bring you some.
No, it's fine.
I got a ton right here, so I just picked some up. I'm up here already because I died again. So.
Yep. Give me your dirt.
Here, I'll just
there you go.
Take the whole thing. I don't want any of it. You keep that.
Thanks.
But yeah, Gavin Free, I have a lot of respect for that dude. He's brilliant and he's funny, and he asks some really friggin' stupid questions, which always makes me smile. So I gotta make some more tools. So, but yeah, he's super good. So Slow Mo Guys, anyone else that you really like that you?
I'm trying to think. I know I follow a lot of people. Like Every Frame of Painting is amazing. And Mikey Newman's Movies with Mikey is...
What's Every Frame of Painting?
They kind of break down cinematography in various ways. So, like, the guy just has crazy respect for a lot of different cinematographers and directors and stuff. And he talks about, like, one of the videos was, like, 15 minutes long, just breaking down, like, one Alfred Hitchcock shot. I think it was Hitchcock, but it was very detailed, and it like shows like the position of power during the conversation, like how they either position the camera or position the characters inside the shot, and it's incredibly interesting.
That's really cool,
especially because I know nothing about that kind of stuff. Like I'm a huge bum when it comes to.
Yeah, I would never profess to know myself that sort of stuff.
That, and I don't know if I've ever sent you like Movies with Mikey stuff. But that's kind of a similar thing where that's a lot of bone meal. Where he takes one movie and he just breaks it apart, and like obviously it's all his opinion for a lot of the stuff, but like he actually had a video that you'd probably like called Pontifications on the Force, where he talks about like how the Force actually works, or at least in his mind how the Force would work.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, because
that's
it's
fun to think about. When I was a little kid and I was like absolutely like a Star Wars fanatic. Like I was legit like Star Wars was my freaking life when I was a little kid. That was my thing.
Yep.
I used to always think on that stuff. Like what makes the Force work? Why does it work? Blah blah blah. All that stuff. So,
yeah, and
yeah,
he
that's pretty cool.
he does a really excellent job breaking it down, and it's a lot more sinister, at least in his eyes, than you'd think. Like, I'll send you the link afterwards. It's
I'd
well worth
I'd love
watching.
to see that sometime.
So yeah, it's like a lot of the. So if bone meal just creates green sparklies, the trees are too close together. Then, huh?
I think it's a chance. I don't think it does it
Oh
every
nope,
time.
it's a chance. That's a tall tree. So yeah, a lot of kind of more thought pieces. Another good one is what's it called? He just posted a new video today. He posts a video every Wednesday. The Nerd Writer. He posts really incredible videos about just whatever he feels like, and that's kind of the inspiration that I had for my creative exploration series, where I think today he talked about like the minimum wage and like the impact that has on just everybody and our future. And it's obviously it's his opinion, but
Right.
he has a very good way of explaining his opinions, and I think that it's really well made.
Oh, that's
And-
awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty interesting. Any others that you like watch avidly?
Probably, but I can't remember. I mean, the Sam and Nico channel, like, it's creepers. There's a lot of guys out here. Why did I come out here? Like Sam and Nico channel, Corridor Digital. Those guys are just great because they post new content so frequently. You missed me, stupid skeleton. Oh, jeez.
Are you getting beat up?
Yeah, there's a lot of zombie mans out here, and apparently I'm stinky because I
You're
got hit by a zombie,
Oh,
and now I'm
witch.
stinky.
No, it sounds like a witch got you.
It wasn't poison; it's like meat rot.
Really? That's weird. That's new.
Yeah, whatever.
Huh.
I'm getting the F out of here, though. Holy crap!
Yep. Get inside.
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of point to farm zombies and stuff.
There is for experience if you want to
Oh,
enchant
right,
stuff.
right.
And I lost all of my experience when I died, which is what sucks the most. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
pretty high
that's-
level. But the higher level you are, I think the more things that spawn, and I think that's part of my problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think that was why I had so many witches on me and why I got killed. Unfortunately, but it is what it is.
So yeah, what are some other channels that you watch?
Well, I've been I don't watch a lot of channels, and I'll be the first to tell you because I like what I like, and I mean I'm very picky when it comes to television as well. So I don't tend to like try really hard to find to explore that much. I know that's a little short-sighted,
Yeah.
but it just I'm very particular with what I like, and that's part of why I make the content I make, and why I am so hesitant to make my own content a lot of times is because it's never up to the snuff that I want it to be, never up to the quality level that I want it to be, because my bar is set so high for myself.
Yeah.
And so when I see other people, when I find another YouTuber that really meets that bar, it's like it's magic. And Funhouse I hate it on principle just because they the crowd that they curated for when they first started, because they were a group called Inside Gaming on Machinima for a while before Rooster Teeth picked them up, and they changed their name to Funhouse. The people they curated, Machinima, I'm not a huge fan of the Machinima.com community, to be honest. Not to disparage everybody there or paint it with a broad brush.
Oh,
but
whatever.
I am not a big fan of their community, and so they brought a lot of that community with them, and the toxicity, they were so negative to Achievement Hunter fans that it just turned me off so hard. And it's like this stupid, like, weird rivalry that they built up. So one day I sat down, like, I actually could not, like, on principle find them funny. Like, I would watch a video, I'd be like, this isn't funny, I don't like this. So I finally sat down and started watching some of their, like, the first content they released. They did, like, some gameplay stuff, and the way they do their editing and how smart and well done their editing is really did wonders for my opinion of them. And, like, looking at how being a content creator now gave me a lot of respect for the amount of time and effort they put into editing their videos, because they do like an hour worth of recording and condense it down to an 8 to 15 minute video.
Ugh,
And
that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of editing. Plus they do like effects and photoshops and like all sorts of stuff like that. And just the way they do it is just hysterical, and they're so brilliant. And they're so different from the Achievement Hunters, because the Achievement Hunters just typically do an hour of gameplay, cut out the boring bits, where there's a lull or a joke that they don't want to, that fell flat or whatever, and cut those out. And then their videos end up being between 30 minutes and an hour and a half. So their videos, they usually come in around 45 minutes. I'll say that's the average for them. So they're very different in their style, they're very different in their presentation, and they're very different in their humor. And so I've just become smitten. Like, I've actually applied at Rooster Teeth so I could try to do the Achievement Hunter thing. But, I mean, now that they've started hiring actual, like, celebrity relatives, like, they got Mika Burton, which is LeVar Burton's daughter.
Oh, wow.
And she actually is an Achievement Hunter now. So it's like, well, I don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
So that ain't ever happening. So I've kind of written that off and was like, I'm going to create my own content. Like, I want to do some stuff. So I have some plans in the works that I really want to do. I wanted to get my actual vacation trip out of the way before I started even thinking about looking at that stuff. So, because I want to do kind of a talk type thing. We've already talked about it. It's called Tim Talks.
Tim Talks.
It's kind of based off of the idea of TED Talks, where they
not affiliated with TED Talks.
Yeah, it's not affiliated at all, but it's inspired by, in a way, where they can have any kind of topic that's a smart topic, and they have somebody come and talk about it that's qualified to talk about it. And so my whole idea is that it's going to be similar. I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick a topic. Don't know what topics yet. I haven't really completely decided on that. I've started kind of building a list, but I'm going to pull my friends and stuff to come up with stuff, and just keep it down to like 8 to 10 minutes with cuts and stuff and smart editing, and actually make it something that I'm proud of. That's what it comes down to a lot of for me is just having pride in the work, and I have never had a lot of pride in my own work, partly because I don't like myself that much, if that makes sense. Like,
oh yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, and you've covered a lot of that in your creative exploration stuff, which I really appreciate, because I've watched some of that, and I'm like, and you bring up really good points, and I really, really enjoy your videos. Just to let you know, they're really helpful in that regard, because they do make a difference. They kind of show you that it's kind of dumb to not come out of your shell when you're doing something that's content creation, because you're making it for other people to watch. You're not making it for you, you're making it for other people. And you have to be happy with it, and you have to make it for you, to be happy with. But also realize that other people are going to be watching it, and it's, you're presenting to them a part of you, and so you're either comfortable in your skin or you're not. So you kind of have to just bite the bullet and do it. That's the challenge, I think.
Yeah, and I've been getting a lot of really nice feedback with the Creative Exploration series, and that makes me happy. Like, with everything, it's a waiting game, just kind of waiting for things to get noticed, or me to get noticed, and have people like go out there and share the videos. Yeah. Because I was actually talking to my wife about this last night, and it's just like, I have everything all set up. Now I just have to wait for somebody to notice it, like somebody with enough clout to like share it and have people, right? Because they're self-promoting. Really can either A, only get you so far, right, and B, it can just make you seem like a D-bag, especially if you're just doing it all the time.
Too, is the problem you run into is if nobody knows you exist, if nobody knows you're a thing, nobody's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
However, it's a double-edged sword. If you start self-promoting, you look like you're overconfident in your work, and then that invites criticism of the highest caliber, like
Yeah.
the worst kind of criticism there is, which is deconstructive criticism, right?
Yeah.
This sucks. This is terrible. You're awful. You should feel bad. Go kill yourself. That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like that sort of stuff is the worst kind of feedback, and that's YouTube is rife with it. However, if you can find somebody to plug you, you're gonna have some of that negative, some of that deconstructive criticism, but you're more than likely to get a warm reception because of the recommendation from another more
Yeah.
popular, more established channel or person. So, yeah, that's the thing. Hey, we're at actually over an hour now.
Oh, okay. I've been
Didn't
kind of
even
watching
realize.
the time, but apparently I
Didn't
haven't.
even realize. So,
Oh, there's a zomboid there. Just a second. I have business to
All
attend to.
right.
Yeah, so I'll be
You
back.
wanna-
I'll run back inside. I've just been like
Okay.
making gates for fences,
Right.
just because it helps.
yes,
Because
we can get out.
I'm gonna try to. Whoa! I just made a hole into our house.
Oops.
Look at this shoddy. Look at this shoddy stuff.
Good job, Davis. Jeez.
Yeah, jeez.
It's all Davis's fault.
Oh, it has to be there because the chest won't open then. Okay. So, good job, Ben, making your fence too big. Stupid dumbass.
Idiot.
Yeah. So, that'll be my project for next time.
Yeah.
Let me just run back in
Hey,
here.
Ben.
Hi.
Hi, we spent the entire time not working on stuff together.
Hey,
I probably should have
listen.
come up and helped you.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, well.
I'm the one that had to Google how to make an oak fence gate so I could get myself out of this place.
All
So,
right, well, do you wanna show us off?
yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know.
Well, I'll go ahead and wrap up my end, right?
Sure.
So, thank you guys for watching.
what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with both of us? Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the respective channels that this is hosted on. This video is going to be on my YouTube channel. I am Tim from Insert Coin Theater, so you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/insertcointheater.com. That's Insert Coin Theater, DOTCOM. Or you can find me on the web, insertcointheater.com. The new website is slowly going up. I've just been so slam busy, but I'm on my new host and all that. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/insertcointheater. I won't be on until Tuesday, probably, so it's one of those things. So it's
Gonna
like,
have
go
to
check
watch
me
some
out on Twitch,
reruns.
give me a follow, but check out my VODs while you're there
Yeah.
and see if it's what you like. And you can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/ICT_podcast.
All right, and my name is Ben, and I generally make music, but like I said during this show, want to start making more gameplay videos, so that's kind of the point of this show. Regardless, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon at Ben_Burns. That's BURNES. And I generally make music stuff, so if you're interested in watching the process of music production, give me a checkout. Give me a checkout in the grocery store. Regardless, on YouTube, I have a lot of different content, including the Creative Exploration series that Tim was talking about earlier. So, yeah, I guess that's our show for now, and I think we have fulfilled our social interaction quota for the day.
Yes, we have. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next episode.
Take care.